Hello!
Actually guys, we're still thinking of our vlog name. Actually, gusto lang talaga namin i-share ang aming experience from the time that we lodged our application. Maybe even before, baka pwede rin namin i-share, di ba, yung about sa IELTS. And
even before the IELTS.
IELTS and WES, and even what led us to decide why it's Canada!
Yay!
Okay, so 1 week na kami, mahigit.
1 week and 1 day.
Yeah.
Tama ba? Oh.
Yeah, 1 week and 1 day na kami here in Canada, Alberta, Canada. Kailangan ganyan yung pagsasabi. And we really like the weather. It's, ano siya, summer pa.
Summer pa, but if you are into Baguio,
This
then
is
you've
the
been to the usual Baguio weather.
Baguio weather.
Every morning, nasa 13 degrees Celsius. But in the afternoon, pumapatak ng...
Pumapatak ka na yung gas.
What? Patak ang ulan. Maabot siya ng 17 to 19.
Ang buhay ay weather lang.
So, we have lots of things to share with you. Maybe in a different vlog na lang yung flight namin. And then, today we'll share with you how we came. So, how we came to Canada.
How we came? By plane.
Okay, so maraming nagtatanong from us how we did this. DIY lang kami. Because we couldn't technically afford
the agency.
But yeah, hindi namin ni-risk kasi inisip namin kasi he's a nurse. So, we were thinking na what if ano na lang, i-spend namin yan sa licensing niya. Which is also like our investment kasi that would be his work here. Yeah, but apparently we did DIY and then na-approve kami kaagad. 3 days lang. 3 days. What? After biometrics. So, which was so amazing for us. Actually, hindi namin mapaniwalaan kasi how would you expect?
Hindi namin mapaniwalaan. Hindi kami makapaniwala. Hindi man namin mapaniwalaan.
Ako naman.
Tama ba? Oh, sige.
We just can't believe, guys, na we got approved 3 days after the biometrics because our application is actually express entry and it's under the Provincial Nominee program of Alberta. So, yeah.
Expect namin like 2 to 3 years pa yung timeline eh.
Yeah, super did not expect. So these are the things that we prepared ahead. So tingnan nyo na lang sa video. It's first, of course, dalawang pinaka-important when you
get your ball pens and papers and write it down.
Yeah, the 2 things that are very important before lodging your express entry profile. First is IELTS general training. So IELTS general training talaga hindi siya academic. It should be general training for express entry.
The scores that you need to achieve, papakita na lang namin dito.
It's here. So the minimum scores are here for reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Yeah. So the other one, aside from general IELTS general training, is yung educational credential assessment. So sa amin we chose WES because it's the fastest. I don't know if it's the cheapest, hindi ko alam. Pero technically ito yung parang pinaka mabilis. And if you really need, di ba syempre importante sa atin yung oras. So that's why we booked WES. Actually in I think mga less than 2 weeks lang, no?
But I think it's not the cheapest. There are other ECAs that are cheaper than WES. Pero WES is the fastest ECA. Yeah.
Merong ICAS. There are other ECAs. You can check it sa canada.ca. Maliban doon, you have, of course, those are the two things na kailangan mo para mag-lodge na excuse entry. But these were the things that we prepared beforehand just to prepare the documents. Because alam nyo na, di ba, like our TORs and our academic documents and even the passports, when you want to renew it, it takes time.
Yeah.
So sometimes mga 1 to 2 months yung ibang document. So you have to request it in advance. So these are the documents. Valid passports. So for primary applicant, for dependents. So dependents include spouse and children. So lahat yun dapat updated. And then education like degrees, your diploma, and your TOR. So for nurses, meron pang RLE. So yun, those are the 3 things. So prepare nyo lang for high school and for college.
For high school, you have your form
137.
So, baka maghahanap kayo ng TOR sa high school. Walang TOR sa high school. Diploma sa high school and form 137. Then in college, your diploma and TOR. And then if you're a nurse, then should have also your RLE.
And just in case na nawala nyo yung diploma nyo, the original, if you can still request for a copy from your school, better, di ba? But if you can't, you can do the certificate of graduation.
And if you have copies of your TOR and diploma, TOR and RLE, please check sa likod if there are yung remarks, if baka for exam purpose pala yung nakalagay sa likod, so better yet check it, and dapat ang nakalagay is for wala siyang nakalagay, or pwede siguro for immigration purpose. Yeah, pwede siguro.
Yeah. Ayun, tapos for proof of employment is your COE. So whichever na kayang ibigay ng employer nyo. So COE is very important. COE that should show your compensation or kung magkano yung sweldo nyo. Or you could do pay slips or pay stubs. Sa amin kasi we were from the government, so we had to prepare our service records. Very important is to show your certified job description. Okay, so for the reference letter from the employer, it should be an official document printed on the letterhead of the company. So it should include your name, complete name, the company's contact information. So for example, the address, telephone number, email address, and then the name, title, and signature of the immediate supervisor or personnel officer at the company. So if mahirap na kumuha direct from HR, then you can ask for help to create this document para ito lang yung tip namin, no. Kasi kailangan nyo i-indicate lahat ng positions na you have held while employed, and it must include the job title, duties and responsibilities, job status. So for example, current job mo ba siya? Resign ka na ba dun? Or are you, like for example, regular ka ba or temporary? Could be contractual, job order, yan. And the dates you have worked for the company, number of hours, work hours per week, annual salary plus benefits. So this is an example of the certified job description that I was talking about. Kapag nilagay nyo yung job description nyo, i-check nyo yung NOC, yung NOC. Let's NOC again. So, NOC is the National Occupation Classification. Okay, so kailangan nyo i-search yung NOC nyo. So, for example, sa kanya, nurse siya. Ang NOC niya, or NOC niya is 31301. Kasi mas maganda talaga if naka-align yung job description nyo sa NOC, kasi para mas mabilis nilang ma-check na tama talaga yung NOC na nilagay nyo or ina-applyan nyo. Okay.
And they would not require you to send more like documents and for clarifications and the like. So,
Yeah.
better be sure na lang.
So, minsan hindi nila ina-ask na yung contracts, yung COE, kahit yung job description kasi nandun na lahat ng info na limited nila. Okay. So, we also prepared our birth certificates. So, birth certificate niya, akin, tsaka sa bata, marriage contract, if you're married. And then, yung bank certificate kasi wala pa. What we suggest is that mag-set kayo ng timeline. Like, for example, in-expect nyong ma-invite kayo for permanent residence siguro in like 4 months. So, dapat mga 2 months ahead or few months before lodging, dahan-dahan na kayo maglalagay sa bank account nyo. Yeah, kasi ang iba-backtrack nila na bank statements and bank certificate is worth 6 months. So, it's best no if they don't see any bulk deposits. Kasi if they do, you have to answer that. So, you have to explain for that, no? So, for example, may nagbigay talaga sa inyo or may binenta kayong malaking bagay, like, binenta nyo yung bahay nyo, yung kotse nyo, yun. So, you have to provide a deed for that. So, deed of sale, di ba? Tama. And then, if someone sent you money, yung ginawa nilang gift sa inyo, so you have to provide a gift deed. Pero para hindi na kayo hingan at kaya nyo naman na dahan-dahanin yung funds nyo, then much better, no? Maybe 3 months ahead before lodging para medyo safe. Nasa safe na tawag nito, timeline. Ayan.
You can deposit, I think, the maximum of 50K bi-weekly or...
Bi-weekly or per week.
Per
Depende
week,
sa inyo. Depende sa diskarte nyo. Depende rin sa proof of funds. So, in terms of proof of funds, ito na ang proof of funds na ina-ask nila for express entry. So, I think umakyat na, no? Since April. Buti na lang nakapag-lodge kami before umakyat yung bracket. And then we just prepared beforehand, no, kasi both of us may license kami sa PRC. So just in case na they will ask na kung may license ka ba dito doon sa Pilipinas. So we prepared notarized PRC ID, certificate of board rating, yung parang diploma, no? Na may picture.
May picture mo sa top right.
Yeah. That's the certificate of registration pala. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yung certificate of board rating din, as well as yung good standing, tsaka ano pa yung isa?
Notarized ID. Parang yun lang naman. Gusto mong dagdagan?
Good standing. Pero actually, hindi namin nagamit yun. Pero magagamit nyo just in case.
Just in case lang.
Kailangan nyo sa pag-apply ng license dito. And then, kasi express entry will also ask you for any relatives. So, that's part of the question. Kasi may points din yung relatives eh. So, just prepare, no, if especially if immediate na relative. Like in his case,
my sister resides in Calgary since 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
Since 2021.
So, yung sister niya is a PR along with her family in Alberta as well. So, humingi kami ng copy ng PR card niya, proof of address, so any bills that they may have, these agreements. Pero pwede na yung mga electric bill, phone bill, or internet bill.
And also proof of relationship.
And proof of relationship. So,
like birth cert.
Yeah. So, sa case nila, syempre, ready na yung birth cert niya. So, hiningi na yung birth cert ng ate niya. And since his ate is married, so we also ask for their marriage certificate. Kasi yung pangalan niya sa PR card is yung married name niya.
Yeah.
And hindi na napakita yung middle name.
Yung maiden.
Kailangan mo rin ng NBI, pero it's best to do it if you're already invited for PR, kasi syempre meron din siyang kanyang, 'di ba, expiry. Yung digital photos din, hindi muna kami nagpa-picture kaagad kasi baka mag-iba yung mukha namin.
Yeah.
Joke lang.
So you need yung
Very recent
Very
talaga.
recent.
Like, I think nagpa-picture kami a day before we passed. We lodged our permanent residence application. So, hold that off muna. And then another one that you can hold off, of course, is medical. Kasi, SS entry now is already upfront medical. Alam ko, mahirap minsan makakuha ng slots, especially for both Cebu and Davao City. Kasi galing kaming Davao, so medyo nahirapan kami.
Bisaya kini.
Weirdo. So since it will take parang nung day na kami, we just anticipated na kasi that was the time that we already got our nomination certificate. So saka kami na book na lang. Kasi alam na namin, pag may nomination certificate ka na at in-accept mo yun, the following week na may draw, madodraw ka talaga for permanent residence. So pagka-check namin kasi ng schedule, 1 month pa. 1 month pa after that. So, let's say, March 17 namin in-expect, March 16 kami nag-book. Pero yung April 17 na yung next earliest. So, imagine yung time na 1 month, medyo crucial yun. So, and just be careful kasi kung anong date kayo nagpa-medical, 1 year after, yun yung expiry or expiration date ng inyong confirmation of permanent residence.
And mahal rin yung medical. Like for the 3 of us, it costs nearly 30,000 for the three of us.
13,270 for each of us, and then 3,220 para sa bata. So
Bata.
that's 0 to 4 years old. I think that's it. And those are for the requirements. So for our timeline, I think ito talaga yung inaabangan ng iba.
Tarihan nyo!
Kasi paano na 3 days lang after biometrics, approve na kami.
Pwede na!
And bakit mabilis? Disclaimer lang po.
Hindi po kami yun.
So, mo to guys. Kapoy man din mo mong vlogger. Kapoy edit. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for our next video.
And it's all about our timeline. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. God bless everyone.